All right, everyone. Hello there. Hello. It is Michigan State week. I 30 minutes. I'm gonna plan to be up for 30 minutes. I didn't do this last night. I just got back from Buffalo. Shoot, about 2 hours ago. I was in Western New York this weekend. I told my mom's I'd help her paint the garage, and I also went to the Buffalo Bills game on Sunday night. It was my first time inside Highmark Stadium. 18 years growing up in Buffalo, I never went inside the stadium until this last Sunday. So go Bills. The Bills survived against the New York football Giants. It was an exciting game. It was a little chilly out there, but yeah, so I'm just getting back, and I did another stream on one of my other channels last night. So I got to get the Michigan football stream in, the prediction stream. I was thinking about the words of my basketball coach, Coach Ken Jones. He asked a player one time, "Why do you play defense?" Because you love it. Why do we do these Michigan football streams? Because we love it. We love it. Go Blue. All right, I'm going to play the intro, and then I'm going to jump in. I'm going to show a bunch of different things tonight. Again, I don't intend to be on long. Michigan should win this game handily, but it's going to be an exciting weekend because the argument can be made that the Big Ten East Championship and the overall Big Ten Championship, it will in part be decided this weekend. Let me see. Yeah, there's Paul Bunyan. There's an ad. And there's me. All right, so let me play the intro and then I will jump in. My goal is to get on and off tonight. Go Blue. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar. This is Big Discussions 76 Sports. Shout out to Bo Lytle. If you see fit, please like, share, and subscribe as respect is earned. I am a Michigan football fan. I am a Michigan alumnus. That's where my doctorate title comes from. And I am a blogger and a writer and a soon-to-be author as I'm working on a sports-related book, which I will weave into the content here. But this is Michigan State week, and this is the week of the battle for Paul Bunyan. Though I don't know how much of a battle it's going to be this year, I do think Paul Bunyan is going to stay in Ann Arbor, just like the little brown jug. There's been quite a lot happening up in East Lansing this year in terms of the football program. And I don't think Michigan State is going to put up much of a fight on Saturday night. But you never know. This rivalry has had several surprises over the years. My first year there, I'm going to be brief. My first year there was Tom Brady's last year. That was the platoon system game with Lloyd Carr. Tom was splitting time with Drew Henson. 2 years later, that was the time clock, T.J. Duckett, Jeff Smoker game where Jeremy Lesueur got the personal foul on Charles Rogers. And after that, Lloyd Carr pretty much dominated the series, and then Lloyd Carr retired, and then Mark D'Antonio dominated the series, and then up until Coach Harbaugh got hired, and then there was the muffed punt, the Blake O'Neill muffed punt, and then Michigan won the next year handily with Wilton Spade at quarterback, and then the next year after that there was the John O'Korn rain game where Michigan couldn't score more than one touchdown. And then after that, Michigan dominated the series up until Mel Tucker got hired. And Mel Tucker won the first game during the COVID year. And then Mel Tucker won the game during our Cinderella season, in large part because of the strip sack, the David Ojabo, Aiden Hutchinson strip sack that the Big Ten officials called back. That touchdown probably would have put the game out of reach, and we probably would have won the game if that strip sack had not been called back. And then last year, we dominated them in Ann Arbor, and then this year we will likely dominate them again. Who is in my chat? It is Buckeye Alex. Let's see if we have a drop here for Buckeye Alex. I sure do.
This is a tough team right here. We're proud to be from Ohio, and it's always been Ohio against the world, and it'll continue to be Ohio against the world. But I'll tell you what, I love those kids, and we got a tough team.
Goes up to that high pitch, and we're going to continue. It's going to continue to be Ohio State against the world. All right. This is not a Ryan Day stream, but his kid's toughness is going to be tested this week against Penn State. All right, the rankings. You guys know how I do. I work through the rankings, then the schedule, and then the prediction, and that's how I do it here. So the current rankings look like this. I'm going to sprint through this. Not much movement. There we go. Thank you, StreamYard. So not much movement there at the top. Georgia is still number 1. Michigan is number 2. Ohio State is number 3. Florida State is number 4. Washington is number 5. They had a big win over Oregon and Dan Lanning, one of my favorite coaches now. Penn State is number 7. Texas is number 8. Oregon is number 9. North Carolina is number 10. I'll go through the whole thing. Alabama is number 11. Oregon State is number 12. Ole Miss is number 13. Utah is number 14. Notre Dame is number 15. Duke is number 16. Tennessee is number 17. Southern Cal is 18. LSU is 19. Missouri is number 20. Louisville is number 21. Air Force is ranked number 22. Tulane is ranked number 23. Iowa is ranked number 24. And UCLA is ranked number 25. Okay, there's going to be some movement. Well, there may be some movement up at the top this week, depending upon what happens out at the Horseshoe, right, Alex? So if you guys take an L, you guys will fall from that 3rd position. If Penn State takes the L, they will probably fall out of the top 10. So there's a huge game out at the Horseshoe this weekend. Penn State is going to play Ohio State, and that's going to determine a lot of things. But I'm going to get to that at the end. So Michigan is ranked number 2. Interestingly, Georgia suffered a major injury. Their big target, and I have to be honest, I haven't been watching Georgia closely this season. I typically don't watch the other conferences until it's playoff time and bowl season. But Georgia suffered a major loss, albeit temporarily, it seems. Thank you, Associated Press. All right, Brock Bowers, their big, stout, athletic tight end. Brock Bowers is out with an ankle injury. For kid is about 6'7", and our Michigan defense can Oh, geez. Hold on. Alex, can you still hear me out there? StreamYard just did something, and I disappeared. Can you still hear me? Anybody? All right. Well, I'm back. All right. Anyway, hold on. Hold on. All right. All right. So Brock Bowers is down. It looks like he'll be down for about a month. Sorry about that. StreamYard did this little hiccup thing, and I don't know how the reception was out there in viewer land. Please smash that like button if you haven't. The likes are free and they help out with the channel and they help out with the engagement. So that's a big injury for Georgia. Georgia is deep, so they probably will continue doing what Georgia does. Another big set of injuries in the Big Ten, the Big Ten West. Unfortunately, I was hoping these two guys would have some success, but unfortunately, Cade McNamara went out, and now it looks like and now it looks like Eric All is out. Eric All tore his ACL, so Eric All is done for the season, and Cade McNamara is done for the season. So much for the dream rematch out in Indianapolis. So Cade is out and Eric All is out, and Iowa is still Iowa. Anyway, this is a Michigan football channel. This is a Michigan football live stream. So let's take a look at the Wolverines and their schedule. And StreamYard is doing its thing again. Let's see. Let me see how I look over there. This is going to make me get this string done pretty quickly. Okay, I have my bars back. There's the ad. Waiting for the ad to finish. Please smash that like button if you haven't. Come on, Chipotle. Hurry it up. Hurry it up. Hurry it up. Okay. All right. I look fine, I guess. All right. So the Wolverines, right now, the Wolverines, let me close these out since I'm not using them. The Wolverines are 7-0. Okay. The Wolverines are 7-0. They are looking like the Wolverines again. They are looking like the number 2 ranked team. They scored 52 points in the last 2 games against Indiana and Minnesota. And the Wolverines are hosting the beleaguered Michigan State Spartans. No, they're not hosting. They're going up to East Lansing. The Spartans are hosting the Wolverines this Saturday up in East Lansing. Funny thing, I went to the Buffalo Bills game this weekend, and Highmark Stadium very much reminded me of Spartan Stadium. I went to Spartan Stadium to see the Wolverines play the Spartans in the 2018 game during that was the Revenge Tour season. And that season went smoothly up until the end. But shout out to Eric Russellowski from the Michigan Washington, D.C. Alumni Club. He said, you're going to like it when you go up there, but Spartan Stadium is not as nice as the Big House. And no, Spartan Stadium is not as nice as the Big House. This Big House, it's a little bit older. It's a little bit antiquated. And it's not as nice as Michigan Stadium. So that is a 7:30 kickoff I don't know which network. Oh, here it is. It's going to be on NBC. That's a 7:30 kickoff on NBC. Hopefully, there'll be no fights after the game this season. And yeah, so there we are. So in terms of the point spread, and in terms of how Michigan is going to do against, or how they're predicted to do against Michigan State, Michigan is picked to win this game by 25 points. So Michigan is picked by the experts to beat Michigan State by 25 points. It will, unless Michigan State summons some magic, Michigan will probably put up another 40 or 50 points, much the same way they did against Indiana and Minnesota. So Michigan is picked, yeah, so they're picked heavily. And yeah, look for Michigan to put up a lot of points against Michigan State. This is not a good night for doing StreamYard. I see Ashwin has entered the building. Ashwin, I appreciate your continuous support, not just on this channel, but on others. Ashwin says, the MSU coach said he had a secret formula to beat Michigan. Mark D'Antonio gave the new coach some special tips to beat Michigan. Don't think that will work this time. Well, Ashwin, you know, stranger things have happened in this series. Their program is in turmoil in terms of Mel Tucker and all that business, which I'm not going to get into now. But yeah, stranger things have happened in this series, but I think the Wolverines are clicking on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. So yeah, whatever they have diagrammed out and whatever D'Antonio told them, yeah, I think we're going to stomp them again on Saturday. Same thing. Stomp the opponent out like a boa constrictor, get the win, get the starters out, keep them healthy for the duration of the season. I'm going to do a quick look at some of the statistics here, and then I'm going to go over to the other big game, or should I say the big game in the Big Ten, and then I'm going to wrap this stream up. So now that we are in this phase of the season, the statistics are starting to take shape. I'm a scientist. A part of sports is analytics. So I like to go over those when I can. So let's see. Let's take a look at the standings first. All right, right now, again, there is a logjam right at the top of the Eastern Division of the Big Ten. Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State are all tied for first up there at the top of the Big Ten East. One of those teams is going to have a loss after this weekend, and it's probably not going to be Michigan. So either Ohio State or Penn State is going to have a loss after this weekend. Over in the West Division, Iowa, despite losing Caden McNamara and Eric All, Iowa has pulled into first place in the Big Ten West. So it looks like it's going to be a race in the Big Ten West between Iowa and Wisconsin. Wisconsin handed Iowa their first loss, I believe. So now I'm going to go over to the statistics, and then I'm going to wrap this stream up. And I think I'm just going to focus on the scoring, just the high-level stats right now. Please smash that like button if you haven't. The likes are free, and they help out with the engagement, and they help out a whole lot. So scoring, I'm just going to sprint through this really quickly. So scoring offense, right there, Michigan is number 2 in scoring offense. Michigan has thus far generated 276 points. Michigan State is 8th in the Big Ten in scoring offense. They have only generated 132 points. So we have a very potent offense. Michigan State's offense is not as potent in terms of scoring defense. Michigan is number one. Michigan has allowed 47 points. Michigan State has allowed 146 points. Okay. So let me take a look at the offensive totals. So in terms of total offense, Michigan is ranked number 4. Michigan has generated a total of 2,896 yards. Michigan State has generated 2,096 yards. In terms of scoring defense, Michigan is ranked number 2. Penn State is ranked number 1. In 7 games, Michigan has allowed 1,632 yards. Michigan State has allowed 2,004 yards. Michigan has allowed 5 touchdowns. Michigan State has allowed 14 touchdowns. Now, again, a big question is, who has Michigan played? The hardest part of their schedule is going to be at the end. So you have to take these statistics with a bit of a grain of salt, but there is enough separation between our two teams to corroborate the 25-point prediction by Sports Illustrated. So Michigan should smash Michigan State on Saturday night. Okay, let's take a quick look at the other Big Ten game. See, that makes it sound, yeah, I mean, it's our team. So Michigan versus Michigan State is a big game for us. But the Penn State Ohio State game is arguably larger for the conference and for the college football playoff picture. So let's take a quick look at the prediction for that game. And this is the prediction for the Penn State Ohio State game. So I'm just going to skip down to the punchline here. Okay, Ohio State opens as a 5-point favorite over Penn State. Okay, so the Vegas or whomever made this this prediction, they are not predicting Ohio State to win handily against Penn State. And with Penn State having the number 1 defense in the Big Ten, Ohio State might be in for a bit of a fight on their home field. They tend to always beat out Penn State at home, but defense travels. Defense and a running game travel. So Ohio State's going to have its hands full. I'm going to bring the stats up one more time really, really quickly. Yeah, so this is total team defense. Penn State is ranked number 1. They have allowed 1,162 yards. Ohio State has allowed 1,581 in terms of offense. Ohio State has the number 1 ranked offense in the Big Ten. Ohio State has generated 2,658 total yards. Penn State has generated 2,560 yards. It looks like, yeah, so Michigan has generated more total yards. Michigan and Maryland have generated more total yards than both of those teams. But Ohio State and Penn State have the greatest average yardage per game. Okay, so that's going to be that game kicks off at noon, I believe. That's going to be a bit of a heavyweight fight. So everyone, keep your eyes on that Penn State Ohio State game. That's going to in part decide who the Big Ten East champion is and who the Big Ten champion is, and also the college football playoff picture. But for our team, the Wolverines are picked to win by about 25 points. and they will probably put up more points than that on Michigan State, assuming there are no major injuries for our team on either side of the ball. But let me know what you think in the comments section below, especially, well, as most people will probably watch this on the playback. So let me know what you think about the prediction for Saturday's game. Will it be another another curb stomping by Michigan, or will Michigan State be able to summon some magic despite what's happened up there, and will they be able to make this a game? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. All right, everyone, I gotta run. Gotta go make the donuts tomorrow. This is Big Discussions 76 Sports. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusef Dunbar. Shout out to you, Bo Lytle. Respect is earned. So if you see fit, please consider subscribing to the channel and also smash that like button. If by chance you want to donate something to this channel, my Cash App and PayPal are in the description box below. And you can also leave a super thanks. If you're watching on the playback, please consider also joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. That information is in the description box as well. Next week, the Wolverines will be on a bye, which is perfect timing as the toughest stretch of the season is coming up. So I will do that's going to be a late post-game show. I'm going to attempt to knock the post-game show out after the Michigan State game on Saturday night. And then what I plan to do next week, I plan to do an open show for the subs. I contacted Michael Burden earlier. I want to do an open stream so that some of you guys can come up here and let me know and talk about what you think about how the season has gone up to this point, and also how the season is going to end in November. So look for an open stream probably on Tuesday night or Wednesday night. So again, I'm looking for participation from you all out there in viewerland. Mike, Dre Ellerby, Trepa, anybody who wants to come up. Alex will probably come up. The Snowman will probably come over. I'll ping him. Snowman predicted that Ohio State will beat Michigan in Ann Arbor. That's why they have to play the games. So look for that next week. And I think that's it. All right, everyone. You know how I end these shows. Go blue. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine, and who's got it better than us? I think I'll end with, to wish Ryan Day some luck on Saturday, I'm going to end with the triple.
Sometimes people that are standing on third base think they hit a triple, but they didn't. Thanks.
All right, take care, everyone, and good night. Once again, please smash that like button. The likes are free, and they help out the channel a whole lot. Go blue, beat State.